So looks like we're gonna have to start calling you the prospect killer. You're gonna have to change your nickname, huh?
Nah, I like C-Rod better.
I mean, well, first off, I mean, I know a lot of people. I think you were coming in as the underdog on this one. I don't know if that sort of rubbed you wrong. And what were your initial thoughts on that coming in? Were you a little surprised that people were giving the more experienced guy the underdog role?
Honestly, no. I mean, I come from Milwaukee, the neighborhood I grew up in. It's like it wasn't the safest. I've been an underdog my whole entire life. I'm used to not having, not getting the A side of things. I'm used to working my ass off for things. So I didn't really care about the odds. I've been an underdog my whole entire life. So, and the only day it matters is in the octagon.
And like you said, even though he was, saying there wasn't going to be any jitters, there's always a little something. Could you feel that there was a little something when the fight started? Did you initially think, all right, I can tell he's not really there, or he's not going to be as performing as well as he thinks he is?
No, I wasn't too worried about him. Everyone's human. We're not robots. We all have emotions, but we all have to figure out how we deal with these emotions. For someone to say they won't have any jitters or any emotions, it's kind of weird. But I wasn't really too worried about how he would feel. I was just worried about fighting my fight and being the best version of myself in there tonight.
It looks like you're definitely planning on him trying to shoot some takedowns. Those knees that you were throwing to stop that, was that a big part of the game plan? It was very, very effective.
Yeah, it was a big part of the game plan. One of my main training partners, Mark Chewinski, he's been giving me the best look to fight Austin Bashi for the past 2 months. So it's been a hell of a camp.
And when he tried to go in there and grab you at first, I think you were starting to put him in a guillotine or a choke. How close was it? I mean, it looked like you almost were getting him. You had him in some pretty deep danger. Did you think you were maybe going to get him right there at the beginning?
Yeah, I thought I had it. I heard his corner say, he's out.
Yeah.
So I looked down. I'm like, and then he kind of readjusted. I'm like, fuck, he's not out. But, it's part of the process.
And this is the guy that everybody was saying about his wrestling skills and, this and that. How strong did he actually feel? Because it looked like you looked like the bigger, stronger guy in there. But how did he actually feel once you were in there?
He was strong. I think muscles don't really mean anything. I mean, we punch with our fists, not with the muscles, not with the biceps or triceps. Obviously, he's a strong kid, but like it's different. It's like with the grappling. I've been grappling since I was like 14 years old. I've been training with world champions and adults my whole entire life. I'm used to fighting bigger people also.
What was the game plan coming in for him?
Yeah, the game plan was simple. Hit him, don't get taken down. I wanted to knock him out, but yeah, sometimes we get taken down. But my coach, Duke Rufus, Christopher Wright, we had an answer for every single position. Chris Wright, he's a wizard. He's my grappling coach, also a life coach. But we had an answer for every single position.
Did you get a chance to say anything, or did you guys talk or have any words after the fight? If you care, if you feel like sharing what you guys maybe said.
We just gave each other respect. We didn't really talk too much. He's young, he was a number one prospect. I have a lot of respect for him, and I know he'll be back.
Oh, that was giving me my next question. Do you think, feeling off what you felt right there, I mean, he had to deal with things. It was a debut. Do you think he has a bright future in the UFC?
Yeah, definitely. He's fought a lot of tough people in the regional scene. He just has to. It's part of life. We all lose somehow in life, whether it's fighting, relationships, friendships. We all learn how to lose and bounce ourselves back. And if he's a smart kid, he would definitely be back.
And I know you want to keep moving up the ranks. You want to head towards getting towards a title shot. But if the UFC keeps throwing these prospects towards you, is that something that you're fine with dealing with all these upcoming prospect guys?
Yeah, I'm always down for a fight. I'll never turn anyone down. I'm always looking to put on the most exciting fights for the UFC. The UFC is the best organization in the whole fucking world. And I'm an entertainer. I want to put on a show for the fans.
Obviously the fight went your way. Are there any things out there that you felt like you immediately need to work on that didn't maybe go as well as you thought would be out there in the fight?
I got to rewatch it. Obviously, there's always something we can learn from a fight, but from what I remember, just be a little more patient. Yep. I knew I could put him out, but sometimes I got a little too eager and let him back in the wrestling range.
Should you give yourself a little bit of time off, or are you back in the gym next week?
No, I'm back in the gym. We had a really good group at Rufus Sport, and I want to be back. I want to keep helping these young fighters. The same way when I was their age, I was 18, 19, the older guys, they would help me out. So I want to keep repeating the cycle.
When do you want to get back in there, and any names come to mind?
Yeah, I'd like to fight in Mexico City. No names yet. If Mexico City is not possible, then I would love to get on the Miami card. Last time I fought in Miami, I shook up the world, and I would love another opportunity to do that again.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
Well done tonight, sir. To your left, the just to kind of piggyback off of that point of you hearing his corner say he's out. The ref was on the opposite end. You couldn't see his left arm, but it definitely just draped. Like you could tell my man, if he wasn't out at least for a second, he lost consciousness, and we had that standing guillotine for sure. Would have been great to get that first round finish, I'm sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Have you been watching like Roy Jones Jr. tape or something? Because I saw a lot of what he would do with the cockfighting. Because when my man was trying to hit you with do the hands, you almost kind of were like, come on, stop. And then you started letting your hands go. But a lot of feints, a lot of foot stomping, that's little bag of tricks now. We're going to see you moving forward, doing a little more stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of Roy Jordan Jr., a lot of Duke Rufus. My coach, Duke Rufus, he told me, we got to show him what's up tonight. We knew I was the better fighter, and I just had to show him there tonight. I had to be myself. I had to come out with the swag I have. When I'm on point and my confidence is through the roof, there's no one that can stop me.
We saw your takedown defense really show up tonight. It's getting like better and better each time. Is this something you guys expected? You're like, okay, I know he doesn't want to necessarily box with me or, strike or Muay Thai. So I know he's going to try because he did everything in his power from the first belt to the last, man, to get you on that mat.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like I come from the best striking gym in the whole entire world. Not even striking gym, MMA gym. My whole entire life, people want to take us down. So there's no one on the feet that gives me a problem. And I know I just have to keep stuffing these takedowns. But yeah, I knew I had the confidence in my stand-up. I just knew I had to defend that takedown, and it was simple.
And it's something you expected because it seemed like you were in your element. You weren't uncomfortable at all. You saw it coming. So did you add that to this camp? More like a little wrestle heavy type of approach if needed? Obviously, it worked out.
Yeah, it was a big wrestle heavy camp, really wrestle heavy. But the way our gym is set up is sometimes we're ready for everything. We're ready. It's like my whole entire life, I've been fighting people that want to take me down. So this was just another person. It's like I've been fighting people like Austin Bashi my whole entire life. So I knew he's going to want to take me down. And I knew that he didn't want to stand up.
Last for me, we just real quick, because I had to look this up when you and Kenny were talking about it, and Alex pointed it out. Rosas, Dulgarian, Simon, Bashi, all undefeated dudes before they met C-Rod.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts. How soon do we get you back in here, man? What's 2025 looking like? Give me a picture before we go.
Yeah, I want to stay active. I would love to fight in Mexico City. My parents, they're both from Mexico. They both came to this beautiful country of the United States to give me an opportunity to chase my dream, and here I am. Now I would love to give back, put on a show for the fans. I want to fight someone exciting. And,
how many fights this year?
4 or 5, hopefully. I want to stay as active as possible. As long as I'm healthy, I want to be back in there. And if Mexico City is not possible, if it's too booked already, then I would love to fight in that Miami card.
Awesome, man. Congrats on the win. Well
Thank
done,
you.
sir.
Real quick for you, are you maybe getting a little tired of being the guy that gets to test these prospects out, or are you just like, hey, keep them coming? I mean, I'm winning.
Honestly, no. As long as they're paying me, I have no problem fighting whoever they want. I gave up school to pursue this dream, so I really don't care. Whoever they want to put in front of me, I'll fight.
Gotcha. And you said Mexico City, which would be, I'm sure that'd be great, and everything in Miami as well. I know Dana last year was talking about we're not going back to the Sphere for Noche UFC. He was talking about Guadalajara, which is southern Mexico. Any thoughts on that? I want to know September you want 4. That'd probably be like a fight or 2 later. But is that a possibility for you maybe?
I would love to fight in Guadalajara. I got a lot of friends in Guadalajara, so that'd be perfect too.
Yeah, beautiful city. That's where I'm from, dog. So best of luck. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Congrats on the win, C-Rod. I saw Anthony Pettis talking to Dana as the decision was being read, and I could say there were some smiles being shared. So I'm not sure if you talked to him after that. Did he tell you anything about that?
No, not yet. Hopefully a little bonus because I want to buy myself a nice house this year, and I want to, give back to my family. So hopefully a little performance of the night. But yeah, I just want to give a big thank you to Sean Shelby, Dana White, Mick Maynard. I had rough start to my UFC career, but they gave me another opportunity. So I just want to thank them for it. And I love the UFC. There's no better organization than the UFC. The UFC is the best promotion in the whole world.
Awesome. And I saw you said there you fought guys like Bashi before, and I wanted to point that out. Obviously, you've fought a lot against pressure-heavy opponents, including the time where you shocked the world in Miami, like you said. So how did this pressure-heavy opponent differ from the previous experiences you had in there?
It's very similar. I knew the game plan for Bashi. I mean, no disrespect, but he's fought these past couple fights the same way, so I knew what to expect. I got the best minds in my whole gym, my coaches. They know how to break these opponents down, and I knew from my last fight I had to fight a little differently tonight, but I'm always evolving.
Obviously, like you said, you don't mind fighting prospect or being known as a prospect killer, but at what point do you really want to just kind of make your way up those rankings and just, fight even bigger names?
That's up to UFC. I have no complaints. I have no complaints in who they give me. Whoever they want to put in front of me, I'll gladly fight, I'm just grateful for this job. I'm grateful to be fighting on this platform. So no complaints for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.